Vietnam. Then men's doubles and Fu Haifeng and Jiang Nan. What a year they've had so far. And in really good form, they will be up against Fuchs and Schuttler. Schuttler just back from injury woes. Then we've got another men's doubles and the former world champions from 2013, Mohamed Hassan and Hendra Setiawan against the French combination. Men's singles will be after that, and Tommy Sugiyato, the first player to emulate a parent in winning a world championship medal. Of course, a year ago in Copenhagen, he was the bronze medalist. He's up against Wei Nan of Hong Kong. Then we turn our attention once again to women's doubles, and the defending champions also happen to be the Olympic champions, Tien and Zhao Yunlei up against young Thai pair. So we've got plenty of action yet to come here from Istora Stadium. There has obviously been a change in the commentary team. I'm Jill Clark, delighted to say I'm sitting alongside Steve Pedersen, the former head coach of the Danish national team. So our next match is men's singles. Kashyap PARUPALLI of India, the number 10 seed, up against Minh of Vietnam. We're looking at this part of the draw. In fact, later on, we will be seeing the number 4 seed, Kenta Momota, in his round of 32. That's the second round match. So, of course, the first match we're going to see, we will have Kashyap PARUPALLI, quarter-finalist. Previously, Kashyap 2 years ago in the World Championships. So here come the players. 28-year-old Kashyap PARUPALLI will turn 29 next month. And of course, that wonderful gold medal in the Glasgow Commonwealth Games. Only the third man from India ever to win gold in the men's singles discipline at the Commonwealth Games in 32 years since the last man who won. And of course, that was the late Saeed Modi. Prakash Padukone was the first Indian man to win gold in Commonwealth Games. But of course, India have medalled in the men's singles previously. 1983, Copenhagen.
That side.
Prakash Padukone.
Change yourself.
Bronze medal for him all that time ago. Well, rather fitting that the only title that Kashyap PARUPALLI has won this year was the Saeed Modi Grand Prix Gold event in Lucknow. The man who 32 years earlier had won the Commonwealth Games gold medal. 10 at the moment. He has been as high as 6, Kashyap PARUPALLI. And his best world championships was 2 years ago in Guangzhou when he was the number 13 seed, lost out to Du Pengyu in a thrilling match, an hour and 15 minutes. In fact, he had a match point in the second game. I remember watching that match. It really was a thriller. Eric Meijs was his victim in the first round of the Netherlands. 2 straight games, as you can see, in 31 minutes. So to his opponent, Nguyen Thanh Minh, 32 years of age, born in Ho Chi Minh City. World ranking gone down to 34. He has been a top 5 player. Spent 1 week as number 5 in December 2010. But of course, perhaps his greatest moment was winning that bronze medal 2 years ago in the World Championships. Lost that semi-final match to the wild card entry, Lin Dan, who went on to take the gold medal. So Gerald Arsenault of Canada is our umpire for this one. And there our service judge, Nanaguchi from Japan.
Ready to play, gentlemen?
Well, this will be the 9th meeting between these two players, and of the previous 8 occasions, honours are shared. 4 wins apiece, and perhaps it's significant that the last 2 meetings were won by Kashyap PARUPALLI. But I guess, Tien, the fact that those last 2 meetings were both in 2012, perhaps we can't read an awful lot into that.
No, I think you're right, Jill, but I still hold Kashyap as the favorite. We saw him do very well here in Indonesia Open 2 months ago.
Yeah, it really was a remarkable Indonesian Open for Kashyap, wasn't it? He beat the reigning world champion Tien in the quarter-final stage, and then lost in the semi-final to the eventual winner, Kento Momota. Lost in 3 games.
Yeah.
So he's coming in good form. I think that's a very good point, Tien.
Yes, and I think he'll be
Ladies and gentlemen,
he'll be looking to
on my right,
get that
Kashyap
elusive World
India.
Championship medal. He was so
And
close there
left,
in 2013.
Minh, Vietnam. Kashyap PARUPALLI to serve. Love all. Play.
So the number 10 seed nearest to us,
Service over.
Kashyap PARUPALLI.
1 love.
Oh, he looks nervous, doesn't he? I know it's only 2 rallies, but Kashyap looks a little nervous to me.
Wasn't even close to getting over that one.
No.
Well, that's a good smash. Very nice done there by Kashyap.
1, 2.
Oh, it's landed in.
Yeah.
Service over.
I can understand that he left it. That's very good to do early in the match. Take a look at the baseline, as we've seen the drift coming from the far side to the near side of the court during the first days of action here at the Total World Championships.
Service over. 2, 3.
Oh, that's a nice smash. Force the short lift.
3 all.
With a good net shot.
Service over. 4, 3. Five, 3. Service over. 4, 5.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Linda Wenny. Japan.
5-6.
Well, Nguyen was always a very physical player. And I can't help but wonder, Steen, you know, that physicality over the years, if now that he's the age of 32, that speed and chasing down of the shuttle, if he's a fraction slower, it'll make a huge impact on his game.
Yeah, and I think he is a bit slower, and perhaps also the stamina has decreased a little bit. I think the bronze medal from 2013 that we mentioned, fantastic bronze medal, the first for Vietnam. I think Nguyen knows that he's not going to achieve anything like that again, and that makes it a little bit hard. It takes a little bit the top of the motivation. But we saw him in the first round here playing Lee Dong-kyung. Quite a tough first round match, but still managed to win it in 3 games. So I guess we shouldn't rule him totally out of this. And this has gone long. But the interesting thing for Chen Nguyen is that that he actually plays quite well on the far side of the court. So he plays well with the drift in his back, because it helps him a little bit in his attack. Always a very patient player. But in this hole, you simply needs to kill it. No miss hit there, though. So it's going to be interesting to see. He'll definitely be out to do well in this first game. Well played there.
Yeah. I noticed that he's cut back on the number of tournaments he's played this year. Only 6 tournaments. Of course, he reached one final White Knights in St. Petersburg. Lost out to Vladimir Malkov in the final. And I guess, given what you've just said, that's a plan that he knows he can't cope with the number of tournaments that he used to cope with, and he's got to pace himself if he wants to qualify for Rio Olympics.
Yeah, I think you're right, Joe. Interesting to see if he takes up coaching when he's finished playing. I would imagine that Rio might be some of his last international tournaments.
Well, thinking back to when we were in China for the Sudirman Cup, I remember that Vietnam won Group 3, beating the Czech Republic in the final. So it's another country that's emerging, and it's a very interesting comment that you should say, perhaps, if he goes into coaching, because I have a feeling that, you know, it's one of those countries that, because of Tien Nguyen, lots of players people are taking up badminton, and it could increase the standard quite dramatically, as has happened in India.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
He definitely has the knowledge of top-level badminton. I think I've seen in some of the Grand Prix or Grand Prix Gold tournaments that one of his female compatriots has done well.
Buti Trang.
Yeah.
Quickly.
Well, of course, India now, a whole host of world-class players.
Ready to play.
Both men and women. Well, I was reading in the Indian newspapers, Steen, that it's a golden age for Indian badminton. I don't think it is a golden age yet. I think they're going to get even better.
Yeah, and we know that to sort of build a country's strength, it takes almost a generation, because what about all the young boys and girls watching Kashyap, watching watching Saina, watching Sindhu, watching Srikanth now, starting to play, getting inspired by them. I think they're going to be really, really strong in the future.
Oh, that is perfect.
Service over. 10-all.
Kashyap, PARUPALLI, who has the advantage at the mid-game interval, albeit one just solitary point. Guilty of backing off from the net there, NGUYEN.
He is on that side of the court where he needs to be alert on the backcourt. It is possible for Kashyap to push him. Whereas on this side, the near side of the court, Kashyap can afford to wait a little.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20
very
seconds.
Difficult to be precise, to play with accuracy to the backcourt because of the drift.
Thank you.
So the coaches giving their advice, the Indian coaches.
11-10, play.
Tien, you were saying that NGUYEN needed, or perhaps would be able to do well from that far side of court, hitting with the wind, help his attacking play. Do you want to see him attack more than he would normally do?
Yeah, definitely more than he normally would do.
Yeah.
We saw that work out very well against Lee Dong-kyung. And he can't play his patient, waiting game in this hole. That's simply impossible. The way he won his bronze medal in 2013 in Guangzhou, it's not going to happen here.
Simply because of the drift and the difficulty in keeping the shuttle in.
Yes, it's so too difficult to play with accuracy. And we're probably going to see a situation where in the first 2 rounds in the singles, a lot of the players will figure out that, hey, it's difficult to lift playing with the drift, and then when we go to the quarterfinal, semi-final stage, we'll see the difference between the good players and the really good players, because the good players will still think that, oh, we can't lift on this side, and then they will experience that the very good players, they've sort of gotten the feel for it during the first 3 rounds.
Service over. 11-14.
Well, it breaks a run of 5 straight points. That error from Kashyap.
Didn't get any help from the sideline there. Sorry, the side drift. Normally, the side drift has been left to right.
Oh.
13-14.
Had NGUYEN on the ropes, as it were. Way out of position. All Kashyap had to do was get it over and in. 13-14.
Service over. 15-13. Play.
his reaction.
But I actually think that it would have gone out even if it had been totally perfect conditions. I don't know if he's read the drift, the side drift, different than we have.
Yeah. This is a good run. It's gone long. I'm surprised at the tactics there from Kashyap PARUPALLI.
14-16.
That he's playing a little bit hesitating
Yeah,
game.
and quite happy just to keep the shuttle going.
Yeah. You would think that he would need a little bit more pressure on his shots to create some opportunities for himself.
Yeah.
Because it seems like Tien NGUYEN is not making a whole lot of mistakes on the baseline.
Ready to play. Ready to play. Ready to play.
Applause from Coach Gopichand, and I'm pretty sure that there's some kind of plan in it, because I reckon him as being one of the better tactical coaches in the men's singles game.
Service over.
Yes, I remember Gopichand as a player. He was not very quickest player on the court, and he wasn't physically strong as some of the top Chinese players. But he won the All England Championships because he was such a good tactician and such a good thinker.
Very good tactician and very high quality in his shots.
Yeah,
service over.
Great skills. And that seems to be a trademark of
17
badminton players, really. You know, you think of Prakash first of all, and then Gopichand, and they seem to have this lovely, relaxed, deceptive style. Some of the players, maybe that's changing a little bit now, but certainly in my day.
16.
Yeah, it's interesting that we've seen so many players come forward. A lot of them play quite a similar playing style, but then we have a player like Shrikant, who plays a very attacking style, and that sort of
Thank you.
bodes well for a good practice environment, that you have players of different playing styles, so you don't only get to play against one playing style, but you can actually also play against very much attacking players.
Yeah, good point.
Service over.
Look at the reaction again from NGUYEN to his mistake.
16.
It's not always we see him that animated.
No, I don't think I've ever seen him so animated.
Did you have the head-to-head score between these two?
Yeah, it's 4-all.
4-all.
So this is the ninth meeting.
So none of them are really happy playing each other.
No.
I think the way I sense it, Kashyap is a little bit nervous as well. He stated before this tournament that he was in the form of his life, and that's always dangerous to say that, because you put a lot of pressure on yourself. It seems like he's afraid to sort of attack too much. Really respectful of the counter-attacking capabilities of this man, Tien. Puts it wide.
19-16. Quick. And back.
So 2 points for this opening game now. For Kashyap PARUPALLI.
Play.
Played. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure that this is more of the style we're going to see Kashyap play in the second game. We're going to see a much more attacking Indian player because of the change of sides, plus the difference in drift.
Service over. 17-20.
Oh, that's brilliant. What a lovely cross-court smash there. Finds the line.
First game won by Kashyap PARUPALLI, 21-17.
Game number 1. 21-17 in 21 minutes. Confirmation of the score, game number 1, 21-17. Sort of counter-attack shot that you were talking about from Minh.
Yeah. It's very, very important when you play in these windy conditions that you don't expose yourself. It's better to play a shot where you know the opponent can't harm you on his next shot than to go for a winner that eventually might make up, might end up a loser due to the opponent's counter-attacking on you. The key here is a sort of controlled attacking style.
Court 1, 20 seconds. Court 1, 20 seconds.
Kashyap PARUPALLI had the edge, and indeed closing it out 21-17. So this man, former bronze medalist 2 years ago, now he's hitting
second game,
against the wind.
Play.
He'll be able to play, I guess, more of his normal sort of game, which is just keeping the shuttle going. But as you were pointing out earlier, that's not going to win in this stadium, because Kashyap is going to have the opportunities for some good attacking play.
Yeah, his attack will be a little bit more dangerous from the opposite side, Kashyap, because the shuttle will reach Tien a little bit faster.
Love.
World Championship for NGUYEN. First World Championship back in Anaheim in 2000. Well, prior to this year, he was seeded at the previous 4 World Championships, was the man from Vietnam. And consistently high in the world rankings, but as we were saying, his ranking really has dropped a little.
Service over. 1-2.
No.
2-all.
We'll be ruining the fact that that went wide because Nguyen was nowhere near it, didn't leave that return at all. Changing his racket, I can give you my little quiz for the day. You always look forward to that, don't you, Steve? Only one nation has won gold medals in all 5 disciplines. We know that's China.
Ready to play.
Another 3 countries have medalled in all 5 disciplines. Can you name those countries?
Yeah, one of them is Denmark.
Yeah. This is the simple part of the question.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll come back to that. We'll come back to that. And I'm going to ask you as well.
Indonesia must be one of the others.
Well done. One more?
Yeah, that's probably the tricky one.
Out. Service over. 4-3.
Must be Asian country. I don't think England has won a men's singles medal. A wild guess, Korea.
Yeah, well done. Very, very good. Second part of the question is coming up later.
Korea actually only lacking a men's singles gold medal to emulate China. No, Bang Soo-hyun didn't win the World Championships. She only won the Olympics.
Singles. No women's singles either.
That's right.
But there are 3 countries who have medalled in 4 of the 5 disciplines, and I'm going to ask you later on to name those too. Oh, that's sharp on the net. Well, a little look from Nguyen towards the umpire, hoping it might be called a fault.
4-6.
Or that a later repeat of that shot might be called a fault.
Yeah.
And very often when you see replays of these situations, it's really, really tough decisions the umpires have to take.
Yeah.
Has the shuttle crossed the net when the opponents take a swing at it?
Now this is the sort of thing that I think that even a couple of years ago Nguyen would have got to that shot. He's just a fraction off the pace. It's amazing. You see it in other sports as well, don't you, Steve? I mean, the hard workers, the grafters, the ones that chase down the ball or the shuttle. I'm thinking of Rafa Nadal, of course, because I think that his pace on a tennis court has dropped a fraction, and it's had a dramatic effect on his ability as a tennis player. And I think we've got exactly the same situation here with Nguyen.
It's interesting to see if Nadal can his winning ways. I'm pretty sure Nguyen is not going to repeat that bronze medal from the Worlds, but well, he might be able to prove me wrong.
I think Nadal's got more time on his side, hasn't he? I don't think he's 30 yet.
Actually, I talked to the Spanish team, and they tell me that Nadal has some kind of chronic injury that prevents him from practicing as much as he wants. Only 1.5 hour stints is the limit for him. I'm not sure what the injury is, but very interesting.
Yeah, well, it's interesting. I mean, he's had endless knee problems, hasn't he?
Thank you. Ready to play?
I just get the feeling with this match, Tien, that you know, it's again, as I had the feeling in the first game, that Kashyap has just got the edge.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. In which case, you sort of think Nguyen's got to do something a little different. He's got to be more aggressive, maybe take more chances. Because playing like this, I just don't feel he's going to win.
No. But it's so hard for him because he's so much a one-style player.
Yeah.
Could be one-dimensional, but that's so negative a word. It's just that his skill set, technical-wise, and his skill set, physical-wise, is encouraging him to this playing style, and there really is no other way for him, unless he gets a little bit help from drift and so on. And I agree with you. I see Kashyap as having the edge here, but he's not playing as good as I expected.
No.
I was very impressed with him in the Indonesia Open 2 months ago, where I thought he employed exactly the right playing style for this arena, and I had him as an outsider, big outsider, but he was actually...
What a big outsider for winning a medal.
For winning a medal, or perhaps the tournament.
Wow.
He had a big chance of going through to the final against Kento Momota in the Indonesia Open. Was leading 19-16 in the decider, lost 5 straight points, and as we know, Momota went on to win the tournament. Thought he played really well there, and I'm a little bit disappointed in what I see right now, because it seems like he's mixing it up and not really playing any particular playing style.
Yeah.
And I have one more thing about that, is that he actually has the possibility of facing Kento Momota should Kashyap win this match and Momota win later on today. And it's exactly the word later on that I have some problems with. It's the scheduling here. I think there's some broad scheduling, because this match here is played around noon, 11 o'clock, something like that. And Kento Momota is playing on this exact court, but 7 matches later.
Yeah.
And we saw that in the Indonesian Open, that the exact same thing was happening then, and they had to play quite early next day. And I think Momota was quite a bit tired. He simply didn't have enough time to recover. Now he has a little bit of an easier match, in my opinion, later today. But the scheduling should be more careful.
Well, it's a run of 5 straight points from 6, 7 and 8 to have the advantage when it came into England. Well, there you go. So much for my theory that Kashyap just had the edge. That shows what I know.
But at least it supports mine that I'm not finding him as good as I thought he would be.
Absolutely.
Compared to the Indonesian Open.
And it was interesting, I thought, Gulpi Chand, who's normally very calm with what he says, he actually looked quite animated as he was talking to Kashyap.
11-7, play.
That's a good call.
Service over. 8-11.
he perhaps has changed his game plan due to the qualities of the opponent. He knows that Tien is still a very, very fast player, and that's the only reason I can see for not playing the style we saw him play in Indonesia Open.
From the two Indian coaches. I think they like the fact that he was a little more positive in that rally.
Service over. 13-9.
Oh, he's missed it.
Yeah.
Open court.
Yeah.
14-9.
Looks nervous.
Yeah. Wide.
15-9.
This really is extraordinary. 9 of the last 10 points.
Flick.
9 of 11 points, actually, if my maths is correct.
And the body language, he's sort of wandering around the court looking lost.
What on earth has happened? I mean, I know that Kashyap PARUPALLI has made a number of unforced errors like that last one, but what, is there anything else that's changed this?
I think on this side of the court, on the far side, he cannot push his shots to the back court, but he still tries to sort of play in the corners. He just plays too short. This one was short and it's killed easily. So he needs to employ a much more attacking playing style on that side of the court, and that's how we saw him play in Indonesia Open. It's very, very puzzling. And that's why I think that it can only be due to respect of the defense of Tien Minh. He feels that he cannot get through, but there he got it. Feels that it's too dangerous to attack. Too risky to expose himself for counter-attacking, but then again he doesn't know because he hasn't tried really, in my opinion. It was a whole different case if he'd been trying the attacking style and falling behind. See, that's a passive clear.
Yeah.
Oh, that was lucky for Kashyap.
11-17.
Nguyen must be thrilled. He was struggling on this side when he was playing Lee Dong-kyung from Korea, who came out attacking in the second game, and he's not an attacking player either.
No.
But he is succeeded, and the thing is that when you attack from the far side, you don't have that many possibilities in the defense because the attack is coming faster.
Yeah. Be a fast drop.
Yeah.
You see what exactly? I mean, it's almost indecision. You talked about a passive clear just a moment ago.
Yeah, it was a passive smash or drop or whatever it was.
Yeah.
He's moving backwards all the time. So whenever he gets some points, it's not because he's winning the points. It's more or less because Nguyen is making some mistakes. So very interesting interesting to see if we get a third and decisive. He's very, very nervous. He's very nervous. That's not a good sign that you put a short service into the net.
And that's his second in the second game. And that's going out as well. Error after error after error.
Game point,
Kashyap,
13.
PARUPALLI, and now 7 game point opportunities for Tien. First time I've asked him, would you?
Second game won by
Well, what a great
Minh,
comeback by the
21-13.
32-year-old
Game
from
on.
Ho Chi Minh City. 21-13. 6-7 now.
And
It's a little spring in the step now as well with the Vietnamese player, isn't there? So confirmation of the score. 1 game apiece, 39 minutes. The match has been in progress. And it will come down to a third and deciding game.
look at that taping on the left shoulder there. It's probably hard to see on the TV court, but we can see it from here.
Yes, he dislocated his left shoulder, didn't he? He's got some sort of funny condition where the shoulder keeps dislocating. Very permanently, every time he plays, he has it strapped.
Oh, so maybe it's not bothering him that much, just a precaution.
Yeah, I think so.
It's very difficult now because he must be a little bit upset about this second game, who went totally wrong according to the Indian plans, and he needs to regroup, get a good start in the third game, but he must expect also that Tien is coming out a little bit better here in the first game, has a different plan compared to the first game. So he really needs to be alert, and then in between the interval, he needs to completely change his game plan again. Of course, the same goes for Tien, but he's having the momentum right now, and he hasn't used any energy as far as I can see in the second game.
Final game.
If I were Nguyen, I would really come out for everything, because I think Kashyap is really nervous, and I think he's going to have trouble holding the defense. That's well played.
Yeah, and that will help settle the nerves. Start of this deciding game, absolutely crucial. It's really interesting, you know, what you've been saying, Steen, and the fact that Kashyap, you mentioned him being, what was it, 1916 up in the third game against Mimosa in the semi-final of the Indonesian Open. He's obviously put extra pressure on himself, whether he intended to or not, by saying he didn't fall on his life. I know that he started working with a sports psychologist, and just 2 months ago, I read something in the Indian newspapers, which was a quote from him, which said, "I've always done well under pressure." Now, Kashyap said that, and I don't know whether that was part of the sports psychology to try and convince himself that he's always done well under pressure. I seem to remember those match point opportunities to be in the semi-final of the World Championships in Guangzhou. I hate to say it, but I think that he's a player who struggles under pressure.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
I totally agree. He's been struggling under pressure, and if it's part of the sports psychology, then I think it's really, really risky, because it's very nice to say something in public, but you have to believe it. And not only do you have to believe it, the back of your brain have to believe it, because you can't cheat. The back of your brain always knows exactly what stage you're in.
Yeah. That's the difference between telling yourself and knowing.
We're still waiting for the challenge. There was.
Yep.
It was out.
It was out. So the line judge was correct.
Challenge unsuccessful. One
It
challenge
was a little bit
remaining.
delayed on the big screen here in the hall. That's why the players were
All
staring at it.
Yeah. And 2 all.
service over. 3, 2.
Lots of encouragement from Silverton.
Service over. 3, all.
Oh, what a fantastic shot from NGUYEN.
4,
That's unbelievable,
3.
isn't it? My goodness me. I hope
Exactly.
we see that again. Look at that. Unbelievable. Because the shot from Kashyap
Was really close.
was very close and spinning ferociously for him to control that. Amazing.
Play. Service ball
Service ball
called.
called.
Service over.
Racket not pointing in a downward
5,
direction.
all.
Oof. Very difficult to tell from that angle, wasn't it? Well, we always say that control of the net in men's singles is vital, but in the last 3 rallies or something, we've seen some extraordinary net shots.
They're going 100% for the net shot. Both players, actually. It might be me, but there's still difference in the way this looks than it was the first game. If you compare the first game to this
Service
first
over.
part of the third game,
6,
the first game looked better
7.
Yeah.
from an Indian point of view. But of course, very comforting for NGUYEN.
Ready to play?
Well played.
Service over. 8, 6.
I think in some way, for me watching this, you know, I had that feeling in the opening game that Kashyap
Play.
was just had the edge, and I felt that until about 5 or 6 all in that second game. Whereas I'm feeling nervous about my prediction, because he's looking, every time he wins a rally, it's almost relief rather than, you know, him sort of thinking, yes, this is part of the plan, I'm just going to go on and I'm going to work this and I'm going to win the match.
7.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. This sigh of relief every time a rally is finished and the point is yours. Because you really, if you're nervous, you really don't want to play.
Yeah.
You'd rather just roll a dice. And it's a terrible feeling, because you stand there in the middle of the court and you feel that no matter what you do, if you try to go for the left side, it's going to end up in the right. And if you go for the right, it's probably going to end up in the left side.
Service over.
Play again.
9-7. You touched the net with your racket.
Oh my goodness, a fault was called. I missed that. I missed it.
You touched the net with your racket.
Well, the fault has been called on Nguyen. You can't believe it. I couldn't see it. I couldn't see it.
I thought the umpire had pushed the wrong button, given the point to Kashyap.
Play.
Must have seen something that we
didn't see.
Didn't notice. That has never happened before, Jill. That the umpire has seen something that we didn't.
Well, usually one of us does spot it. Yeah, and I wonder if that could be absolutely crucial. Because now, Nguyen's looking a little dejected.
In the picture, but I can see the Indian, the two Indian coaches, and Gobichan, he's working overtime in this match. And that's sometimes what you have to do. I mean, if everything works out well, then you can just sit back and enjoy the game. This is where your player really needs help.
9-10.
I suppose when you go for such tight net shots the whole time, inevitably there's going to be the odd mistake. But given the fact that Nguyen had played the previous shot from the back of the court, he really wasn't under pressure on the net play, was he?
No.
That's gone wide. Back level, this point's going to decide who has the advantage on the change of ends.
Rally supports the fear from Kashyap, the one that I suspect he has, that his opponent is just so fast and he's going to retrieve almost anything.
Oh my goodness, he's got it back.
Service over.
Easier one.
11-10.
So often happens, doesn't it? You get the difficult one back. So it is the number 10 seed, Kashyap PARUPALLI, who has the narrowest of possible advantages here at the change of ends in the third and deciding game.
Vietnamese coach must be really satisfied so far. Only trailing by one here on the presumably worst side.
What would you be saying to Nguyen right now? Obviously, drawing to his attention that he did better from this near side of the court, so that's to his advantage. But tactically, something?
Probably try to anticipate what the opponent's going to do, because they must come up with something else. Otherwise, Nguyen is going to win.
Yeah.
And I would suspect that we'll see Kashyap in a more attacking style. So there would be a little bit of what are we going to do if he's going to attack more? How can we prevent him from that? So
11-10.
Perhaps try to get Nguyen to attack a little bit more, but definitely not too much, and always stay in balance.
Precisely as you suggested there, but made the error on
I like all shots except the last one, because that was he was trying to hit a winner. If you're playing an opponent who's a little bit time you get the shuttle over the net, you're at an advantage.
So almost the philosophy, I mean, I think that doubles players now, the defensive play is so good that if you're hitting from the back of the court, you don't try and hit a winner.
No.
You try and set it up for your partner. So you're talking about the same sort of philosophy for the singles player here.
This was a terrible smash from Kashyap because he was in a good position. He was like 70-30 favorite to win the rally, and suddenly he lost it by one shot.
So it's over. 13-11.
But it's going to be a thriller, this one, I think.
Service over.
Look how tense it was. He would never have missed that pick up in a normal match in a regular Super Series tournament. And I think if there were some statistics on this, we could see it that the fault or mistake rate goes up dramatically.
Yeah.
Good deception. Very nice rally, this one.
Oh, he's missed it.
He's missed it. He's missed it. It was so well played.
Yeah. You know, at the training range, Steve, when you said that, you know, you expected Kashyap to come out and be a little more aggressive in his style, attack a little bit more, and therefore what you would say to Nguyen to counteract that.
Yeah.
And it went through my mind, I'm not sure Kashyap has got the nerve to go out there and implement that more aggressive style.
No, but then there's only one possibility. Go to the net and shake hands and say congratulations to your opponent. Or play 100% sharp at the net, at the lines, and hope that it's your day.
Yeah.
This last push was also, it would go down in the statistics as an unprovoked error, but it's not. It's provoked by the speed of this man, Nguyen. Kashyap felt it should be so close to the lines, otherwise it would come back, and he overdid it.
15-13.
A lovely neck shot on the next rally from this man. And once again, mistimed shot from, I know it was tight, but...
Service over. 14-15.
Well, prior to that last rally, Nguyen won 5 in the last 6 points. Yeah, now that's the where he didn't dare. He didn't dare to go for the kill. And it's cost him a rally.
16-14.
I mean, whenever he gets the smash chance, Kashyap, hit it and run and go for it, because he's not really capable of playing himself to better chances right now. And if Nguyen puts it long, well, then congratulations, but we need to take the chances somewhere.
Play.
He who dares wins.
Fault.
Fault called on Kashyap this time. On.
Yeah, I did that. It's my mistake. We clear let because I did a mistake. My fault.
The umpire covering his microphone now. We need to know who he's called a fault on and why.
But they're playing it left, right?
They are playing a left.
Yeah.
They're playing a left.
So the umpire, by mistake, called a fault.
Ah, right. Well, I knew a fault had been called. Oh, goodness. Oh my goodness, there's movement. What on earth has happened?
Something's happened with his left leg. Kashyap's left leg.
Yeah, he's not moving properly at all. Oh, my goodness me.
He's winning that one.
Service over.
Well, I didn't see whether his ankle went or knee went or something, but
15-16.
he almost completely stumbled over.
Yeah.
Then his movement just looked horrific.
Quick.
I didn't know whether it was nerves. I used the word paralytic with nerves earlier. I didn't know. And his movement in that rally
Okay. Ready.
was just shocking. Can we see it?
Ready to play.
I don't think we're going to see the right bit of the
This is
rally.
the end of the rally.
Yeah. It's a pity.
We can see that he's jumping on his right leg almost.
Yeah.
Kashyap.
Wow.
Ready to play.
Oh, 15-16. You said it was going to be a thriller? Certainly is.
Play. Play.
That is very, very good movement from Ewan, backing courts. That smash.
17-15.
Look at this, he's almost on that double service line at the front of the court, moving back. Smooth movement. There's me saying that he's not as quick as he used to be. This is one I've got used to, not getting it all wrong today.
Service over. 16-17. Play.
Oh, that's a beautiful point for Kashyap. That's just what he hoped for.
Yeah.
And what was he thinking, Tien Minh Nguyen?
Yeah, the
He
seat
never
back.
had a chance.
Yeah. It's loose. Goodness
Service over.
me. Doesn't that just sum up?
18-17.
Luck just keeps changing.
Extraordinary miss.
He's not following through, Kashyap.
But doesn't it just emphasise, you know, you and I sit here and we talk about players' capabilities, their skills. It's gone wrong. Their stamina, but it's all about them dealing with pressure in the sport.
Exactly.
Pressure situations, how you cope under pressure. That's what defines the champions and separates them from the contenders.
Well, I find that a lot of players search for this pill, the golden solution, how to avoid pressure. That's not it, in my opinion. It's about coping with pressure. It's not going to go away.
Yeah, exactly.
Everybody's nervous.
Yeah, they certainly will at 18 all.
Service over.
Good
19-18.
chance to take there from Nguyen. All credit to him.
Yeah. Yeah, he's stepped up to the mark, he certainly has. Well, the court needs to be mocked of the perspiration. I'm not surprised we're over the hour mark, 3 minutes over the hour mark, in fact. And I'm not sure how Kashyap's going to react to this little break. More time to think about the severity of the situation, or more time to get his thoughts together?
Yeah, exactly.
19-18, deciding game. he's ever done it.
Right, yeah.
2 match point opportunities for the 32-year-old Nguyen Tien Minh.
He's handling this situation extremely well, Minh, keeping the pressure on Kashyap.
Is out of this year's World Championships. Well, we knew it'd be a difficult match. So much for my prediction. And then I thought that Kashyap just had the edge. All credit to the 32-year-old from Vietnam. My goodness, didn't he raise his game? He did what was necessary, and he put more and more pressure on Kashyap. And Kashyap got more and more. Their confirmation of the score, 17-21, 21-13, 21-18 in the deciding game in a match lasting an hour and 5 minutes.
Ready?
Oh, what a men's singles. Terrific. Well, our next match, as you can see, is men's doubles. In fact, we've got 2 men's doubles before we revert back to men's singles, and a women's doubles and men's singles. And the men's singles there, the 3-time beaten finalist, Lee Chong-wei, winner of 4 medals at World Championships, up against the left-handed Mark Schwiebler, the number 12 seed, who, of course, was the European champion in 2012. Well, of course, with the loss of the number 10 seed, Kashyap PARUPALLI, that means that at least 3 seeds have gone in the men's singles. I haven't got all the other results from today here in front of me, but we lost Rajiv Usif in the first round, as indeed we did Tien, one of my favourite players to do well in this event, the number 6 seed. So another seed has fallen in the men's singles.